Let's talk all about the power of discipline. And I guarantee this conversation is going to be a very unique approach to what you're normally thinking when it comes to the word discipline. Let's go. What's up, guys? My name is Sam Becker. If this is the first time that we're meeting, it is truly an honor to make your acquaintance. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel so I can help you grow your mind and shape it into an unstoppable confidence mindset. All right, let's get to the video. So, what comes to mind when you think of the word discipline, right? Maybe some of you are thinking, oh, I remember I used to get swatted on the booty when I was little. That's discipline, getting swatted on the booty. Maybe for some of you, yes, discipline could mean a swat on the old booty. But today we're not talking about getting swatted on the booty. I don't need to bring up past traumas, all right? Today we're talking about the word discipline in a very unique way. Something that I thought of a couple days ago when I did a live call for some of my private clients in my Facebook group. And the reason why I thought this was very powerful is because I realized that I was doing this to myself, or for myself, I should say. And it really helped kind of push me in the right direction and hold me accountable at the same time. So you're gonna get a lot of value out of this call, I guarantee it. But first, I wanna talk to you about the normal things that discipline usually tends to kind of associate with, right? Number one, maybe it's a discipline of the way that you go to the gym every morning, or maybe you have a discipline of eating right every day, right? Yes, those do apply, and yes, those will obviously help you become a healthier, maybe more confident person as well in your life, and I do condone that, absolutely. But today we're actually gonna go into a unique approach and a little bit more granular with the word discipline. So first, let's start the definition. Discipline is the quality of being to behave and work in a controlled way which involves obeying particular rules or standards. So again, this can apply absolutely to the way that you operate in your life when it comes to healthy habits or bad habits also, I guess, right? But let's pretend like you don't have bad habits and you're in tip-top shape, right? So discipline. The way that I thought about this was in the way, I'm going to talk about online business, okay, for one. I'm going to talk about online business and the way this applied to me, but feel free to, adopt this way of thinking and learning and growing in whatever thing that you are looking to grow and operate within as well, okay? So, especially if it's healthy habits, all right? Number one was I wanted to grow my business. I wanted to learn certain things in business that I don't know at all, right? For example, how to manage finances. Number two, the best ways to market. Number three, the best ways to, run a sales team or do sales for yourself. So I found what I did was I realized that I was following and studying and digesting content from a lot of different people in the business realm. And what I soon started to realize was a lot of people were talking about the same things in a different way, providing different kind of suggestions and advice and guidance. And it can get very confusing. And for a while, I started to have like my head spin because there's just all this information out there and I don't know who to follow, right? What advice do I follow? Do I do what this guy said or do I do what this guy said? So it gets very, very overwhelming. And the last thing that I want you to do is feel overwhelmed and be stuck and be stagnant. So how do you get away from that? What you do and what I've done that helps, it helped so much, right? Let's for example, take Coach A, right? He is a machine in marketing. He knows everything about marketing. He's just fantastic. He knows sales, he knows finances, how to manage all that stuff too, but he is the guy that resonates the most with me. And I learned so much and so much more easily through Coach A than I do in marketing from Coach B. Coach B, his zone of genius is in managing finances and tracking, your spending and budgeting and all that stuff for business expenses. Again, this can apply to anything you're learning. So I'm sure you're following a lot of people within the realm of the things that interest you and the things that you want to grow within. So again, feel free to kind of move this around for what suits you. But I narrowed it down to 3 coaches. A, marketing, B, finances, and C, sales. I knew that if I listened to Coach C when it comes to marketing and finances, I would get very misconstrued information because I'm listening to 3 different perspectives. what's worked for Coach C will probably work for Coach A and B, but the thing is, they have a very unique way of doing things in their own terms, in their own business. So how do I know which one to apply? You don't, unless you try it. I'm not gonna listen to anyone else about finances and tracking finances than Coach B, right? Or whatever coach I labeled that in. But Coach B is the one that I am choosing to listen to. So anything that Coach C says about financing or sales or whatever it is, I already lost track of which coach does what, but you get the point. Like I'm gonna stay in this lane and be disciplined. So when they start to talk about sales, nope, I'm gonna move over here and only digest the information that Coach B is sharing. The level of discipline that I'm attaching to these coaches, which are all credible. So make sure you do your own research and make sure these people are actually credible and that they know what they're talking about. They've actually applied what they're teaching. Don't just go to anybody and just say, I'm picking you, picking you, picking you. That's not how it works, all right? Pick 1 to 3 people at most to follow and stick to the lanes that you've applied to them. You've categorized them in different buckets. The reason why that's so important, the reason why it's going to help you grow even faster is because instead of getting, again, overwhelmed by 3 different pieces of information, you are instead applying one piece of information to your life and seeing how that fits, right? I've learned so much throughout the years from different people, and I'm so grateful for that information. I'm not saying that that information is bad, but what I'm saying is a lot of that caused me to be very stagnant, and maybe you can relate to this as well in your life, is so much information will cause analysis paralysis, which is essentially just staying stagnant as you marinate and digest all this information that's around you and feeling like you need to know all the information and you get to the point where you're not doing anything because there's too much information. Like, where do I start? That's not a good place to be. So in order to help your head spin a little less, you gotta help your head understand what you're trying to do and assign different categories, different buckets, and different lanes to what you're digesting, right? The discipline, that could be in the form of, I only scroll through social media on my lunch break. Cool. Or I only watch Netflix if I've done all of my work and all of my chores, I've done my laundry, I've done whatever it is. Cool, right? But make sure that you assign yourself with these standards, with these behavioral aspects of discipline, and I guarantee your life will start moving in the direction of which you set out for it to go in. And the only way that it doesn't is if you start breaking that discipline. So again, applying this to different pieces of information, different pieces of content, it's really important that you stay on track, again, because you don't want to be listening to everything and not applying anything because you have too many options, right? What happens when you give somebody too many options? They don't make a decision. And what happens when you don't make a decision? You stay stagnant. You stay exactly where you are right now. So if it's anything you take away from this video, hopefully it's discipline, and hopefully you're being a good listener and not getting swatted on the booty, right? But hopefully you're taking away the fact that discipline can work in your favor in a lot of ways, and the power of decision is going to be one of your best friends to complement your ability to be disciplined. All right, so leave a comment down below. Let me know what you are choosing to be disciplined in, or maybe you already have some type of a disciplinary strategy that's in place that's working really well for you. In that case, I'd love to hear it. Please drop it down below and I'll be sure to check it out. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe to my channel so I can make sure that I continue to help support you in developing a strong, unstoppable, confident mindset. All right, see you guys soon.